Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a great day so far. Today I actually wanted to slow down with everything that had been going on YouTube. I felt like I wanted to share my own experience and what it is like or what to expect if you decide that you are ready to start taking care of your mental health. New Year is coming. It's usually that whole new year, new me kind of mentality going on. Everyone has these goals, these resolutions. Usually people want to lose weight, whatever their goal is. I wanted to kind of help you understand what it might look like if you decide that, hey, this year I want to focus and take care of my mental health. But before I even get into all of that, if you are new here, welcome. This is Journey to Find Kay, and I'm Kay. I like to talk about mental health. I react to the rewired soul because I'm a mental health patient, worker, and advocate, and I want to use my platform to use my experience, my voice, my opinion to kind of negate some of the negative things that get put out on YouTube. So if you enjoy my content, you enjoy watching me, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell so that way you're also notified every time I post a video. So yeah, you guys, if you haven't been living under a rock, you might have noticed that things have been crazy up here on YouTube. It's myself alone, I'm calling out YouTubers that have been called out for manipulative ways, shared why I've unsubscribed from them. I've posted videos telling people to quit weaponizing mental health, weaponizing substance abuse. With the new year coming, I figured it'd be important to sit down, talk about if someone is coming into this new year and they're saying, hey, I want to take care of my mental health. So if that's your thing, if that's your goal for 2020, you're like, hey, I want to take my mental health seriously. You know, things have been triggering me, things have been going on. I want to talk to someone. Hopefully my video can help you understand how to get started. Now, again, I'm only speaking from my own personal experience in my state as a worker and as a patient. So just know that it might not work exactly the same way for where you're from. It's a great reference that you guys can look back at no matter what time of the year. If you decide that you want to take care of your mental health and just don't know where to start, hopefully this video helps you out. I will warn you ahead of time, if I am looking down, I am looking at my work phone. I had some points I wanted to make sure that I do hit. Just wanted to give you a heads up ahead of time. To be something that I am going to go further into, I'm going to later on share my experiences with inpatient rehab services, outpatient rehab services, some of what someone can expect if they choose to go that route and say they want to get treatment. I will be coming at a later date. This video is mainly focusing on the fact that someone got to the point where they said, I need help. I want to reach out to somebody and, you know, talk to someone or maybe get on medications, whatever your goal is. Just looking at everything that's happening on YouTube, the time of year that it is, this is the time that people are focusing on getting better. First, I want to say congratulations. I'm so proud of you for the fact that you decided that you want to take care of your mental health. Whatever the reason may have been for you to choose that, hey, this is the time I want to go see someone, I give you mad props. I give you congratulations, because as someone who's been there, that's not an easy decision to get to. And a lot of times you've went through some pretty crappy crap to get to this point. Be proud of yourself that you have decided that you want to take care of your mental health. Let's see, what is the first thing that you should do? I want to make sure that everyone understands whatever route you choose to take care of your mental health is all up to you. When it comes to taking care of one's mental health, it is individual. Only you are going to be able to share what is working for you and what doesn't. This is your treatment, so whatever route you choose to take is totally up to you. If you choose to do just support groups, if you choose to just do medications, if you choose to just do therapy, or neither, maybe you just want to read some self-help books. Whatever the case is, it is still something to be proud of the fact that you are taking the time to understand your mental health. My video will focus on my personal experience, as I am someone who works in a clinic, as I am someone who has worked in treatment centers. So I will go over in this video what to do with insurance, or maybe talk about different resources that you can use. But if you choose not to go to a clinic, or you're choosing not to go to an agency to receive some type of assistance, no matter what the decision you've made to take care of your mental health is awesome. no matter which route you take. When it comes down to my experience, I always say I'm a patient and I'm also a mental health worker. A patient, I am someone who has private insurance, so I will be going over that side of how to get started. As a mental health worker, I work with those with state insurance, Medicare, government assistance, low-income clients. So I'll also be touching up on what that process might look like for you. So say you're like, hey, okay, I'm ready to take care of my mental health. I want to find a provider. The first thing I tell all of my clients, and I have done myself, is if you have insurance, no matter if it's state or private, government issued, whatever the case, first step I always advise is contact your health insurance. Let them know that you're interested in behavioral health services, which they usually have a number on the back of the card for you to call, and it is designated for your mental health needs. Now, I know not everybody has health insurance, and I'll get to that in just a second. With my people who have private and government insurance, what's great about contacting your health insurance plan is that you know the people they are providing you for you to go and get services from are covered under them. There's no question of whether or not the cost might be too high or is it out of my network for those in private insurance. They will make sure to provide you with an agency that you can go to for services that they will make sure to pay. I am one of those agencies. My agency luckily can work with private insurance as well as government insurance. With an agency, what's great is most of the time they will accept both private insurance and state insurance or government insurance. Some people might come and say,
well, okay, I don't have insurance.
I always suggest for everyone to try to go ahead and hit up that family administration office in your state, in your city, in your area. That is the place that you would go to apply for food stamps, state health insurance, or any other type of government assistance that is available. The family administration offices, that will allow you to apply for all of those programs that I've listed, see if you qualify for these benefits, and if you do, there you go. You're on government insurance, and now you are able to contact that health plan, which usually you're able to choose, and find out what agency you are covered with. And if you're technology savvy, don't be afraid to hit the internet. Hit a quick Google search of local mental health agencies in your area. I also utilize our statewide local resource and referral website. I use it for work. I use it for my own personal life, even prior to my current position, because it offers a great database of all different types of assistance that people might need. Food, clothing, shelter, substance abuse, mental health assistance, even free legal aid resources. So if you don't know where to begin, you're maybe hesitant on contacting your health insurance, don't be afraid to hit the internet and look into local agencies or resource websites that are available to you in your area. And that way you can get a better understanding of what's around you. Now, for my people who are employed and maybe your health insurance isn't that great, or you're worried about any co-pays that may come along. And this goes with even with people with government assistance, because a lot of people might not know people with government insurance still have some co-pays sometimes. First thing I recommend is, say you set up an appointment and you go to that agency or that therapist, whatever the case may be, and you have a co-pay. You find out then maybe you don't have the funds right then and there. Talk to them. Let them know, hey, I might not be able to afford this. Can you please bill me? And a lot of times they are willing to do that and willing to work with you or even set up payment plans. If you are employed, your insurance isn't that great, sometimes they aren't that affordable, what you can do is contact your HR office and see if they offer any type of an employee assistance program. One thing I can say, we are getting into a little bit better of times where jobs starting to understand that the mental health and physical well-being of their employees is a necessity for their job or their company to run successfully, right? Might not advertise it too much, but a lot of companies may offer an employee assistance program where you're able to get therapy or see a psychiatrist for a certain event. For example, say something happened to where you feel like you might need to speak with a therapist and you just don't have the money right now to see one consistently, maybe because of copays, or you just haven't gotten your foot in the door with a therapist just yet. Don't be afraid to hit up the HR department, see if they offer an employee assistant program. A lot of them offer a certain amount of therapy sessions or meetings with psychiatrists, psychologists for certain events that may occur in your life. And that way you'd be able to test the waters with therapy, but also get some services without having to come out of pocket too much. And again, I'm only speaking for America, but I know our health insurance system isn't great. I witness it every day and I deal with it myself. But there are options. Hoping some of this information I'm providing for you guys can show don't need to let costs stop us. There are ways we can get around it. So back to the original point of checking for a local resource website or Google for agencies in your area. Maybe you don't qualify for state insurance, and we know just going to see a psychiatrist or going to a mental health agency could be pretty expensive. Don't be afraid to contact them. Let them know that you have no insurance. A lot of them will offer a sliding scale to where it goes off of your income, offer you services at a discounted rate. Some might be able to, especially once we move into substance abuse. And again, speaking from Arizona, some of them, if you're looking for substance abuse and you don't have insurance, there are treatment centers out there that do get grants that cover for beds for people who aren't with state insurance or private insurance. So there are different options for everyone. Like I stated before prior in a video when I was reacting to the Rewired Soul. And speaking from Arizona, we also offer psychiatric urgent cares for those who might not have insurance or aren't able to see their doctor or whatever the case is, where you can go for discounted or free medications and appointments with a doctor. And if you're in a really bad place and you feel like you need mental health attention right away, never shy away from going to an actual emergency room, because a mental health crisis is an emergency. Don't be afraid to go to an emergency room where they will be able to assist you, try to get you back feeling better, and many times help sign you up for state or government health insurance. So regardless of insurance or without insurance, don't be afraid to hit the internet to find a local resource website in your area. If you have insurance, private or government, don't be afraid to hit your insurance company up and let them know you are interested in mental health services. They will be able to provide you names and phone numbers for agencies that are in your area and accept your insurance. You can always check my description box down below, as I always include hotline numbers and websites for the United States, UK, and Canada for mental health resources as well, just in case you want to get started right now after this video. So you were able to do that. You found an agency you're interested in. You're ready to make this appointment.
Make that appointment.
You're about to pick up the phone.
What's going to happen?
Well, as soon as you dial that number in and give them a call, you're going to be connected to someone who is in scheduling, which is usually an intake person, depending on the agency.
Again, I am speaking from my experience from working in a mental health clinic as well as substance abuse treatment centers.
The first person that you are connected with is usually what we call a client representative. That person will take your basic information, document the reason why you want to be seen, and schedule you an intake appointment. Here, the authority is very strict on how fast we get new people in. We try to get you in within at least a week. So what happens with that first appointment? You arrive at the agency, everything seems good. You're here to start services. That first appointment, you are going to be meeting with usually an intake specialist. Sometimes it will be a therapist, because an intake specialist and a therapist in my wonderful state have the necessary credentials to do a treatment plan and figure out what you would like for us to help you with. You go into this appointment, and I will let you know this is usually one of the longest appointments that you will have, because we try to get as much background information, medical history, mental health history as we can to better assist you. And we do also understand that a lot of times people come to for mental health assistance maybe in not their best time. So we want to make sure we have enough time allocated for you to build a little bit of rapport with this person, feel comfortable enough to share share why you came into our office today. This is your time to share why you are there. What do you need help with? I will always let everyone know when you go to these clinics, those people are there for you. We cannot help you if you are unable to share this, but we do understand that it does take time for some people. So in that first appointment, even though you don't feel uncomfortable, share as much as you can because they are paying attention and they will be able to see if you're uncomfortable about certain things, and that does help when it comes out to staffing of the clients. So don't be afraid to hold back a little bit if you're uncomfortable. No one's forcing you to share your whole life story, but do share as much as you can so that way we can get a better idea of how we can help you. So with that appointment, it is the longest, usually a good almost 2 hours to do all the necessary paperwork and everything like that to figure out your goals, type of treatment you're interested in. And after that, you get staffed to the staff. You meet up, and then based off of what you said you wanted, you say that you are there for only medications within that appointment, we will schedule you a psychiatric evaluation as soon as we possibly can. It's a little insider note, it can be a while after that first appointment to get a psych eval because
Doctors leave all the time. Oh, just found out today we're losing light.
if you are looking for a therapist, you say, I want to come for therapy. It is always recommended to share what type of therapist you like, what are you looking for, and they will try to match you with that therapist at the next meeting. Once that's all set, your therapist will reach out to you to schedule your first appointment. When you come for that appointment, understand that mental health is not something that will be fixed right away. Sometimes we go into these agencies looking for a quick fix, looking for to walk away miraculously feeling better, and it does take work. But if you are not satisfied or you don't click with your therapist or your psychiatrist, do not be afraid to let your team know. Let the people in the front office know. Let your therapist know. Best believe it won't hurt their feelings because they want to work with clients that they are able to build that rapport with, have that relationship, that therapist-client relationship. And if you don't like them, that's not going to happen. You can always just let your therapist know, but if not, let the person in the front, let someone in the office know, like, hey,
I want to kind of switch therapists.
guess what? This treatment is about you. No matter what, this whole process is about you. You get to choose where you want to get treated. The agency, the location, if you don't like it, you can always change. I know it's daunting. People don't like starting over. People are afraid of change sometimes. We get complacent. But if you're not satisfied with the service that you are getting or receiving where you are going for help, it's okay to leave. Understand, no one's going to be mad at you because it's your treatment. This is client-based treatment. And if you are unhappy and you are unable to receive the help that you're trying to receive, then it's not going to work and you're wasting your time. Always know, if you're not happy with an agency, you're not happy with a therapist, you're not happy with a treatment that you're being provided, it's okay to open up, let them know, advocate for yourself and say, this isn't working for me. But yeah, I think that's the video, you guys. I went over insurance. If you have private or government insurance, contact your health plan. Contact the behavioral health number that is usually located on either the front or the back of the card and let them know you're interested in starting mental health services, and they can provide you with an agency that is located in your area and takes your insurance. If you don't have insurance, don't be afraid to hit Google, to hit the local resource website that is available in your area. Figure out where to start to find out what agencies are available. They do help people with no insurance. Contact them to see if they offer sliding scales, discounts. Don't be afraid to go to the family administrative office to see what other state benefits you might qualify. And if you're able to get on state insurance, that's awesome. You'll be able to contact the health plan and contact an agency that way. And if you don't qualify, you can still use Google to research and look up local resources in your area. Find agencies that do a sliding scale, maybe offer grants for people without health insurance. And if you are in a bad space and you really need help, don't be afraid to look up crisis phone numbers in your area or go straight to psychiatric urgent care or emergency room, because a mental health crisis is an emergency. And while you're there, they will try to sign you up for state insurance, because sometimes coming from a hospital, You get it. So you figured out your agency, you contacted them, you set up that first intake appointment, be prepared for a lot of questions, be prepared to be there for a while, and don't be afraid to open up and share why you need help, what you are there to work on. Won't be able to help you if you can't tell us what you need help with. You want therapy, they'll staff you out to a therapist that fits your needs. If you just want medications, they'll try to schedule you for a psychiatric evaluation right then and there. You're all set. You've started your mental health journey. Always want you to remember, this is your treatment. If you don't like the agency, you don't like the therapist, you don't like your psychiatrist, you don't feel like they're listening to you, you just aren't having a great experience, don't be afraid to tell someone. This is your treatment. You feel you are not getting the treatment that you deserve for you to get better, giving them a couple of chances. There is nothing wrong with finding another provider. I know it's annoying. I know no one wants to do it, but if it's not working for you, that's the whole point. It's for you. And if you aren't happy, don't be afraid to open your mouth to someone and advocate. If you need help advocating, don't be afraid to contact your health insurance if you have one, the behavioral health authority, or whatever authority that is over mental health in your area, to let them know and file a grievance, because it is your right to do that. Because why? Your treatment. So I hope that helps you guys, maybe made the process a little bit easier, maybe help you formulate what it'll look like in your mind. Again, I'm only going off of my experience out here where I live as a worker and a patient, but
It shouldn't be too much different.
definitely let me know down below if you found any part of this helpful. If you just don't even want to hit Google, or you just are so confuddled and don't know where to start, I always keep the links down in my description box for United States, Canada, and the UK's mental health websites, hotlines, for you to look up and be able to get assistance if needed. If you made it this far and haven't subscribed, don't be afraid to hit the subscribe button down below. Hit that bell so that way you're notified every time I post a video. I hope this has been able to help anybody who has decided that for 2020, this is their mental health year. I thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to leave them below. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.